Good morning, everyone. It's our first full day here in Mykonos and we are so excited to explore. So because the town of Mykonos is a little bit smaller, we thought that it would be really fun in this video if we showed you the highs and lows to visiting Mykonos in the winter time. Okay, so we were just wandering around and we stumbled upon the Mykonos castle. So it looks like you can walk all throughout these ruins. So that's what we're gonna do. And then it looks like there's still part of it standing to the right of us. So it's a really cool site and it's right next to the ocean, which makes it even better. Okay, so we made our way down to the coast and we can see Little Venice over there. I think we're gonna head that way right away here. But it's so beautiful and the ocean smells so good. Alright, so this is where most of the restaurants and cafes are in Little Venice. Obviously, they are very much closed right now because it's winter, but it's still so beautiful and the sun is shining. One thing that we have noticed is that there's quite a bit of construction going on, just because in the winter months, I'm sure they're all getting ready for their very busy summer season. But other than that, you can definitely still walk around and there's lots to admire. So it's not just Little Venice that doesn't have its restaurants open. We've noticed walking through the town last night too, but especially today, there's not a lot of things open just in general, and especially not a lot of cheap options open. But the AB supermarket was, so we picked up our breakfast, lunch kind of thing, and we're gonna find a really cute spot to eat it. Not a bad view for lunch. That was a really delicious lunch. These little chocolate chip croissant filled things that we just ate, 50 cents. So yeah, I'm gonna buy a couple more of those because they're very good. Oh. Nice? Like a little chilly, but like a Saskatchewan lake? Kind of is like a Saskatchewan lake. It's not warm, but it's not cold. I would swim. The water is crystal clear. Yeah. Okay, we're finally pulling ourselves away from the beach area and going back to explore the town. Alright, so we just ran into another set of travelers who seemed like they were looking for something on Google Maps and couldn't find the restaurant. So we pointed them in a direction that we saw some restaurants open earlier, but it seems like they were having the same problem that we had yesterday, thinking places were open because they said they were open on Google, but they are not. So that's something to think about too. If you are coming here in the winter time, it's a lot harder to find food, is what we're realizing. So Robin and I have been walking around taking so many pictures everywhere, and we're kind of hitting all of the really picturesque spots that a lot of tourists take photos at. And we have had zero problem having like the whole place to ourselves, which is super nice in the winter because everything still looks just as beautiful, but you don't have people running in front of the camera all the time or people watching you, which is awkward. You don't have to wait in lines to take any of the photos. Like I've seen lots of videos where like you're just kind of getting through a sea of people to get your like shot, and we've had no issues with that at all.
The only thing is that I know that there's some people who take lots of photos of like all of the flowers hanging down and all the shops open and stuff like that, and those are just the only ones that we obviously couldn't do at this point because the flowers aren't blooming right now and most of the shops, restaurants just aren't open. But other than that, it's been really nice having it to ourselves. Okay, I lied. There's some flowers. Not a lot, but some.
We just got a little workout for the day. We're walking down the street and two boys that look like they have silly string go, hands up. And we're like, what? And then they start spraying it at us. And we're running around the streets and these boys are chasing us. Oh, and then we got some on our shirts, but they said it dries and it's no problem, so.
Yes.
But oh my gosh.
Was not expecting that.
No.
They are very energetic.
Very fast.
Very fast.
And then I told them both to go after Robin and they did. It was perfect.
So while we're back at our hotel, we thought we'd tell you another bonus about coming to Mykonos in the winter, and that is that accommodation is a lot cheaper, and it's also like pretty widely available. Like you don't have to book weeks or months in advance. There was lots of availability. Like we booked this place
The day before.
the day before we came, and this place that we're staying in is technically a 1-star hotel, but it's absolutely adorable, and the people here are so friendly, and we've loved staying here. So there's lots of great options for you if you come to Mykonos in the winter. Not everything is going to be open, but the ones that are open look really quite well, and there was still a wide variety of prices that you could pay.
All right, so we just got back from the grocery store. So since there's not a lot of dinner places open, and we're trying to stay under our budget since we've been over the past couple of travel days, we picked up a bunch of food for us to have tomorrow. So we got some breakfast, some snacks throughout the afternoon, and then our dinner, and then a little bit of snacks for the evening too tomorrow. And we were both under €6, which is awesome. And we should have enough. If not, we can always pick up a little snack tomorrow. We'll still be under budget. But we are going to go out for dinner again tonight. Back to the same place we went yesterday. Hopefully it's open. I hope. It is a more pricey place, but we kind of have to eat. So we'll be going back there this evening.
The reason why we're so concerned about food is because even in larger cities like Thessaloniki, we got there on a Sunday and there was like no supermarkets open, like not a lot of restaurants open. So we're really worried with tomorrow being Sunday, there's not a lot of restaurants open. So we're nervous that nothing is going to be open tomorrow and we're going to kind of be stuck with not really any food. So we're just preparing for the worst. So it's either we buy snacks today or we buy snacks tomorrow. It doesn't really affect us that much, but that's why we went out and prepared for today. We just have a little bit of time to kill before we want to go out for supper, so I think we're just gonna sit on our roof and enjoy the sunset because it's absolutely stunning from here.
Alright, so we are back at the restaurant Point for dinner tonight. We came here yesterday, like we had mentioned, but we thought it was super expensive, and then after walking around and seeing the menus for some other restaurants that are open, we realized that this is probably our best option price point wise. So we are back for dinner, and yesterday's supper was super good, so we know we're gonna eat good tonight.
In perspective, it still is a pretty pricey restaurant by our standards. There's only a couple things on the menu that we would even consider buying. Most of the menu we cannot afford, but it worked out. There was still a couple things that we could choose from.
Alright, so I just got a plain old pasta. Robin got it yesterday, and I got all my Parmesan cheese here, and it's so yummy. I'm gonna dump the whole thing on right now.
Okay, so she said mine was more of like a traditional dish. I'm not sure what it's called, but it comes with potatoes and then pork. And then it's kind of covered in some kind of maybe tomato-y sauce with like onions and stuff is what it looks like. So I'm super excited to try it.
First bite.
First bite, potatoes only.
Try the sauce.
Yeah, it's coated in the sauce. It's kind of like a tomato-y base with lots of different spices. It's really good. I like it. Ooh, the pork is tender.
Try it.
Yes. That is cooked so nicely. I'm not usually a pork person, but this is delicious. I would lick this plate if other people weren't around. That was absolutely delicious. I loved that meal. And it was only 8 euros, which is really good for the other prices that we found on the island.
All right, we finished dinner and we are on our way back to our place, but we made a pit stop at the little supermarket to get some dessert. Classic, got some chocolate.
It's always chocolate or chips or popcorn is kind of our 3 things that we rotate between. All right, so we're back at our hotel. We think we're gonna just stay here for the rest of the night, maybe watch a movie or something, enjoy the chocolate that we just bought.
So this is where we're gonna leave you guys, but we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Okay, real quick, we just forgot yesterday to kind of wrap up our thoughts on visiting Mykonos in the wintertime versus in the summertime. If you're looking for a beach vacation, Mykonos in the winter is probably not for you. But if you're doing what we're doing and we're just kind of walking around, doing some hikes and like just enjoying the overall quiet atmosphere here, then Mykonos in the wintertime might not be so bad.
All right, so that is officially it from us for this video. We will see you guys tomorrow. My jeans are gonna be so good. Wow, this is hot.
Fashion.
Oh yeah. I'm on my tippy toes.